Hello, my name is Marian Lane, and I'm a Danish shaman of the new era of the new world, a modern shaman. And I think I made my first funny way of speak. I'm a little bit new with the English, so I hope you will bear over with me with the pronunciation and the vocabulary. And I just made this really funny start where I think I called myself Marian Lame. So, but it fits well with the Danish humor. Making fun of ourselves is one of our primary things. Good evening and welcome. I just ensures that I can be seen where I'm supposed to be seen. And I chose to share the link if I can. So as to help everybody to be able to, I'm live, to see. So. And as we're getting ready, the energy opens. Here it is. Yeah. So I ensure that the people who joined can find it. So welcome here. I'm glad to welcome you to this ceremony with energetic work, healing, and change. I'm a channel, so what will happen will be channeled. So let's open to click into the energy together with me. You just open your mind, your awareness, and put your intention on joining in, gathering. And as you put your intention, open your awareness. So you still recognize your body through the whole ceremony. That's important. If you lose the recognition of your body, it's okay, but you will get the best healing, the best experience by being connected to your body all time. So if you are entering the energy together with me by your intention, making the choice, being here, joining in the energy, receiving, stepping in, joining in the energy work. If you want to step in and join in on the energy work, you also just put your intention. And the field is whole and it's secured. So that means that everybody who joins in participate with exactly what is best for them to participate with. So that's ensured. So you can join in, and no matter if you're a trained energy worker or if this is the first time, you just join in. You join in by put your intention. Say, yes, I will work. I will go to work as an energy worker now, supporting this ceremony. And maybe you say, how can I do this? I'm not knowing what we will do. Then this is a way where your soul knows, your higher consciousness knows. So the way you will collaborate is completely aligned with your higher being, your soul, your higher purpose. So that's actually a force of this way of working, that we don't know exactly what we're doing, so we cannot disturb it. So the energy field is opening. It opens really high and really deep. So if you are aware of these different frequencies, you could experience this. If you are more a person who recognizes sensations in the body, you could recognize a stretch and a reaction in your eyesight. Take a couple of deep sighs. This sighs that you do deliberately helps your system to adjust to the energy field that is opening, to let you enter, to let you click into the energy field that will be exactly the way that suits you the best and fits the way you're functioning the way that you are working with energy. Either if it's consciousness, a conscious work, subconscious, and or completely unconscious, you are an energy worker. Everybody is. So you're clicking in the field the way that suits you the best as the energy worker you are. And as this is opening, the energy field is stabilizing, getting stronger. And we are also clicking in to the energy that I have worked with earlier this day and the days before and the months before and the years before. I've worked with these type of energy works for the last 7 or 8 years. So opening to all these times that I have been done and what you have been done and what everybody else is working on, who is working with the same goal, the same foundation. The goal here is to support the opening of the new era on Earth, the new era consciousness in human beings everywhere. Everybody is with, joining in, no matter if we know it or not. So supporting this and supporting it with love and attention and with the practice of training our consciousness to be as aware as possible, using it to help ourselves and to be the best human being we can be at all times. Recognize when we're not, help ourselves with support to make the shift into being the better person, and leaning on to our experiences. So this is the foundation for this energy work. On this day, we are opening to the 1111 portal. This is a portal that opens for the enrichment and the activation of your life energy, your life force energy. And this is open to it through the seed of life that is created when you're animated in the 4 months of the pregnancy. The soul is connected to the energy field of the original DNA that is your original creation molecule. In the field surrounding this, the remembrance of your ancestors opens and activates a different level related to your consciousness. And when you are animated, the soul is delivering codes that helps you to be enriched in every way, and especially the enrichments that is the support that supports your life force energy, your life energy is delivered through the animation. And these are the codes what we are addressing in the ceremony. These codes, we are opening them, reopening them, And the reopening is created by entering into our possibility to be activated, reactivated actually. The 1111 stands for the planetary level, the galactic level, the cosmic level, and the personal level. So these levels, they are aligned today. And because they are aligned today, we can be reactivated in the remembrance fields, the codes in our DNA. And it's not in the DNA bases. They are strictly the same, but it's the energy field surrounding the DNA that's carried the codes that is related to our consciousness. So these codes related to our consciousness, they are consistently through our life rearranged, recoded. So there will be that in every circumstance when you are having an experience that gives you a reaction in your nervous system, a reaction in your survival system, both with joy and sorrows and pain and frightened reactions. Those will all of them create codes, recoding of this field. Somebody's calling it your book, your personal records in this life. And you could also call it your SIM card. So this is the card that carries the codes and the access to the system from your awareness, your consciousness, and into these remembrance zones. So this access is carried through your SIM card, and the SIM card has a code, and this is a code that will be activated by your choice. Not only the choice you made today, but all the choices actually that you have made through your whole life, where you have searched for love, when you have chosen love, also when you have unchosen non-love. That's the same as choosing love. So all these choices create the pin code. So this is what we will open to in the ceremony. And when we open the pin code, the reactivation will happen. The reactivation opens the codes that enrich your life energy, your life force energy. So now you know, and welcome to joining in on the work, either as a participant on the energy work or as a receiver. If you are working together with me, you will also receive. Okay. And it seems like we are ready. Take a couple of deep sighs, deliberately. Recognize your body. And put your intention, saying yes to join in. If you have done it already, it's just reconsideration. And when you're joining in, you recognize some kind of shift. Most people does if they are sensitive or interested in this kind of work. The shift that you recognize is true, and you are opening your awareness into this recognition. No matter what it is perfect. It just shows you that something is going on, not what is going on. Your system is so knotted in all together and so difficult that you cannot recognize or interpret what is going on by recognizing the shift in the body, in your sensation, in the energy, it doesn't tell a lot. It only tells you that something is happening. The energy getting stronger because we are joining in. And if you accept being a part of the work, you might recognize a burden, like a pressure on your system. If you are trying to get this pressure to be equally distributed on your system, this makes it feel better and it gives you the strongest position in the field. So you will be contributing better and more, and you will receiving better and more. So if you recognize this pressure, try to find the way to be that distribute the pressure equally in your system. It can be stretching a bit, move a bit around, the way of being centered, the way where you are focusing in your body. You can change your focus until you have this recognition of the pressure being stable and equally distributed. I sometimes have the picture of carrying a ball of water on the head, and how should I be if this should be the easiest way? Energy is growing. And you begin to release tensions in your system. These tensions is related to all the frightened reactions you have had about being at the wrong place at the wrong time. All the frightening reaction about being unseen, unrecognized, and also the reactions you can have related to be overwhelmed in any circumstances. And all these tensions in the energy system and in your nervous system relax and release. And when they are relaxing and releasing, you can experience more tensions. And this is due to the release of the tensions slightly might give you another way of carrying your body. And if this happens, a lot of places surrounding your body will get a different kind of stretch, and this can be a sour, or it can make you sour. It can give you pain, different kinds. But if you stretch and breathe, and if you give the pain more space, so you are actually enforcing it. You give the energy the possibility to get in and help you to release the pain as well. Even breathing the energy through the area that gives you any kind of pain. That will help the energy to go deeper into the releasing of the tensions. And the tensions can both be recognized in the body, they can be recognized in the feelings, in the sensations, and in the energy. If you have this kind of sensitivity that you recognize this. If you could put a headline to this work, it will be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. And in the old era, being true to yourself meant that you deliberately perhaps had to stop being true to others, had to stop being true to something else. But in the new era, we open for the possibility to be true to ourselves and at the same time being true to everything else that matters to us. That's the first step. And then later on, when we continue this evolution of our consciousness, of our mind, we will also begin to be able to do the same with what is not important to us. Okay, I have a beautiful comment here, said good evening, Marianne, and then a comment that I really don't want to read up, because this is kind of a comment that where I come from in Denmark, it's a joke. So if it's really meaningful, and if you're really serious about this, I think you should put it somewhere else, because here in this way of seeing the world, where we're meeting everything as okay, everything is okay as long as it doesn't harm anybody. But we're talking much about energy, we're talking much about consciousness shift, reprogramming of our consciousness by opening to the income of connections to other realms. Your sharing is a bit offline, so I hope you will find the better place to put it, a place where you really can get help or get the meeting with people who sees the world the same way as you do, because it's important. It's important to be met, and I don't think that this sharing that you put here will be met in the right manner in this realm, in this way of seeing the world. So good luck to you in any way by sharing this post anywhere else. Okay, so this was actually me being true to myself, true to the space that I'm holding, and at the same time being true to this other person as good as I can be, really sharing and caring about also being met in the right way. And that if we are, by instance, ending and putting anything up or in a place where it's not, it will not be met right, it's better to put it in another place. And actually, I've tried that several times, because this, what I'm doing, is really strange. So when I share this work, a lot of time I have recognition of being bullied or laughed about, or actually asked if I'm crazy. And maybe I am, but the way I am crazy, I ensure that it's good for me, and that the people I help and teach, that they possibly will have the same experience. So I hope you will find a really good way, a really good space and place to share. Okay. The energy is getting stronger and stronger, and opens to this ability to open the pin code. The pin code, the code that opens to, this is the system, your SIM card, that holds the connection from your remembrance field surrounding your DNA and to the part of your consciousness that you recognize the reality with. Oh, it's not you. Good evening is beautiful. I don't want to read up the other text, because it's sexual somehow. So yes, so you can't see it. It's perfect. Maybe it's already gone. So it was beautiful. Good evening as well to you. Breathe softly, and the energy is now beginning to align. And all the choices you have made in life to love and towards love is what make the code. So the access to the activation of the codes from your soul is made through your choices through life. All the choices related to love. I have warmth in the body now. This is a physical reaction to the work. You can have the same. You can be cold. You can be thirsty. I would recommend you to drink a lot of water afterwards. Okay, so we are ready, and the energy begins to open to the codes. At the same time, this is opening in your field, in my field. It's also opening in the earth, mutual, collective field of consciousness. Maybe you recognize this. I don't. To me, the energy nearly shifted instantly into a kind of serious state. But we are opening into being true to yourself in a higher level. So it makes sense that this is the state of mind, the state of consciousness that opens. If you joined in on the work to be aware, if you have the pressure equally distributed, is a good idea. It ensures that you are working the best you can and thus getting the deepest kind of healing. Sound missing? Is anybody hearing me, or is sound missing everywhere? Just making a bit of a test. It could be. Okay, sound is fine. Thank you for the help. Sometimes it misses somewhere, sometimes it misses everywhere. If it's missed everywhere, it's from here. Thank you so much for the help. Okay. Entering into Earth field, Earth's consciousness, the energy begins to rise. And your code is opening the SIM card in a way where you will be truly connected, in the same way as when you were animated. In the mother womb. And as the connection opens into the remembrance zones of the DNA, the energy gets a little bit more intense, the frequencies getting higher and deeper. And the activation begins. And as the activation begins, the consciousness system, the consciousness field of the new era begins to activate in your system. And what is special to this extension? This extension has the possibility to hold your life energy, your life force energy, supports it to be more stable and higher in every situation. It will always be important that you recognize the sensations in your body and recognize what you need and go for it. But this will help you to withstand unhealthy wantings, unhealthy cravings, and helps you to go into the state where you recognize your needs earlier on and have a broader perspective of how you can go into meeting these. With the broader perspective and the earlier warning, you will have a higher possibility to take care of yourself in your everyday life with your choices. And this is important because the more you take care of yourself with these choices, the stronger your energetical field from the old era will be. And as the new era consciousness field is an extension, it is only as strong as how you're carrying yourself. So the more you take care of yourself, the stronger your energetic system will be, and the stronger your possibilities to carrying the new era ways and possibilities will be. And with this in mind, the expansion and the extension of the system opens. Maybe you recognize the expansion, the extension. Maybe you have this kind of sensation and even a vision where you can see with your inner sight how the connections in the system gets more aligned, develop, more connection is created, crisscrossing is deliberated. And areas with no connection is connected. At the same time, ensure that you are in contact with your body, that you have an awareness about what's happening in your body. Deep sighs, stretch a bit, help yourself into the better state. And at the same time, open your awareness to any pictures, any reactions, any feelings that comes by. They might only be the consequence of releasing. So they might tell you nothing, but they might do if they are telling you about being true to yourself. They are related to this activation. The expansions goes on, open to higher and deeper perspectives of your consciousness. The opening of the new era system of consciousness in your system right now opens for or creates the possibility for an ignition of the light seed, and that this ignition will open in all of your system. We are preparing as the last part is unfolding, opening, the expansion, the extension of your energetical field and the energetic system. And as it opens to the outermost part and innermost part of your consciousness field, that is truly related to be personally yours, we are at the gate where we are supposed to say yes. If we want the activation, truly, if you want it, we will have the ignition of the seed of life, and it will open in this extended part of your consciousness field and be held in your system and reactivate, open all the life energy, all the life force energy, and open all the way into the deepest part of the DNA remembrance field and open to the possibility for this to be carried by you at all times. So here, you by yourself and us together say, yes, thank you. I would like this activation of my life force energy. I just take off the sound. And I just leave the sound off for a moment because the microphone here might enhance the background noise that there will always be when I'm quiet. So not to have this experience, I'm just shutting off the microphone as we are in this ignition of the life seed and the activation of the life energy, the life force energy, and the opening all the way into the remembrance field. So I just take off the microphone a bit. Now it's opened and it's working. So right now it could be a good idea for you to recognize the body and at the same time recognize that you are here. You're having this experience, and no matter how it is, it's perfect. And that you are here recognizing you're having this experience. And what is recognizing you having this experience is a part of you that supports you, that holds the field for you, that is here together with you so you're not alone. You're here together with the part of you that's recognizing that you're having this experience. So you're never alone. Take a couple of deep sighs. Enjoy it. Having a small time where you are aware of what is going on in you. Maybe you recognize a change in the body. Maybe you recognize a change in the energy. Maybe it's a way that your senses opens toward your surroundings. No matter what shows, it is your proof of some things going on. And it's really important that we are always searching for our own truth. When we are searching for our own truth through the recognitions, we will be able to be true to ourselves. This have not been possible in the old era because of a lot of circumstances, but a huge part is the heaviness of the darkness that have created a sorrow, a pain, and a way of seeing everything from the dark side. When you see everything from the dark side, it's not possible to choose light. But in this new era that opens, it begins to be possible to choose from the bright side, I better call it, because light and darkness is difficult to address because we see this from the dark eras. And when we're into the new eras that is opening to the balanced way, the possibilities for seeing everything in the light is bigger, but it's not the same as darkness is wrong. It's more about seeing what can I do here to create a better way, a better possibility, to create choices that is more true to myself in any way. We have lived a life where we have, under so many circumstances, made choices that is not true to ourselves by any means. And these are released in this ceremony. I hope you will recognize it in your everyday life because this is where it truly matters. We have made this activation of your life energy through the seed, open the Neo Era system, and ensure that this will keep it in the level that will support you. So you should recognize more quietness, a more peaceful state of your energy and your sensational system, and also a more relaxed nervous system. It should be easier for you to recognize what is clear to you, what needs to be done. It should be more quiet and more easy. This is what will show you that this is happening. This is not something that we can tell anybody else about that is happening unless they experience it themselves. Otherwise, we would not let them be true to themselves. If we try to convince them, if we try to give them our truth, we will be untrue to ourselves by demanding other to take our truth in. So this is one of the old short circuits that we will deliberately intend not to reconnect. So using your effort to recognize the shift in yourself and what it means to you is recommended deeply. And thus at the same time, you can recognize it in the surrounding by recognizing and ask yourself, why? Why is this happening? Is there change here? This is normally not what is said. This is normally not how things is done. What is the move here? What is the direction? Is there change in the direction that everything goes? Then you could begin to recognize the change in the surroundings. And if you're meeting somebody who has the same kind of experiences, you can share it and share how do you recognize this. And I invite you to share in the field where you can write your comment. Share if you have any experience here. So here could be the space, here could be the place for you to share this experience if you have had any, of course. So I recognize being less tense in the body, more space surrounding the heart center, main center of the energy system. Having a smile inside of me. If I should put a word on the energy of my state right now, it would be a smile. And the smile seems different. I don't need to be able to put words on it. It would actually be appropriate not to, because this is so new that the old words might suppress it or push it into a box where it doesn't fit. So being aware, being in contact with the changes that you will experience, and be curious, both inside of yourself and in the outer surroundings. What is this? What is this shift? What is this changes? What is going on? Where will it go? What is the change in the directions? And for you to be aware of the choices that you're making and spend a little more time being with them, turning them around, watching your reactions on your choices, and find the choices that fits you the best. Maybe you can find the choice that fits you perfectly, but find the choices that fits you the best. Then you are changing the direction. Then you're going into the direction where you are calling upon being true to yourself. So this is what's recommended. The energy begins to land slowly and quiet. Take a couple of deep sighs, stretch a bit. And we have a sharing here. Thank you for that most misunderstood situation about message. It helped me get in touch with the place in me where I felt sorrow for being misunderstood, where love was my intention. And this is what it's all about. So it's beautiful. And thank you for taking that perspective, because it was me not knowing that everybody couldn't see this comment that was strange and pretty sexistic, or no, carrying sexual overtones, not undertones. So I didn't know that you couldn't see it. So thank you for seeing it in that perspective. I heard the song from Scorpions, "Love, only love can bring back your love again." I will be there. Beautiful, very beautiful, and thank you for sharing. I think I feel my life force energy around all of my body like a 2-3 centimeters layer, soft living blanket. A kind of tinkling. Yes. Yes, I recognize this too. Thank you for pointing at it with your sharing. Oh, it feels good. Yeah. I also recognize this in a state of being calm. Calm. How are you pronouncing it? My children, they are laughing a bit about me, so I hope you recognize what calm means. Being really quiet. No noise at all. I need to work on my pronunciation, I know, and my vocabulary. But you have to start somewhere. This is also, I hope this is also inspiring you. That when you're going into this new way of seeing reality, new possibilities of being true to yourself, you will meet discussions within yourself, how to be, how to do, where to go. I hope you will go there anyway. I hope you will try. I hope you will give it a shot and use it, the first step, to reconsider and make the next step better. So step by step, opening to your own ways, your own words, your own way of being, and in the way that is not forced and that is not as a struggle and a fight. Because when we are open to true self as a struggle and a fight, it's always too much or too little. This is a shift, an awakening, when you're getting true to yourself in a way that you think it's perfect with every part of you. And when you're bursting in because you don't think you're allowed and you can't stop it, or if you don't think about it, maybe this is true to you and then it's perfect. But often it is a reaction. And then if you could look upon it from a different perspective and you see yourself from outside in, you will not be satisfied with the way. This is an opening of the consciousness that can help you to be true to yourself in a way where you will be satisfied with yourself. Proud of yourself in time. In the beginning, maybe not proud, but small steps of being more and more satisfied will put you onto the foundation of being proud to yourself. Proud of yourself? I don't know. I hope you know what I mean. And by this, the energy is slowly closing. You might experience change in the energy field and in the consciousness the next couple of hours, and you can recognize the shift if you're really sensitive the next couple of days. It's both due to that this shift, that the energy system is adjust slowly and quiet. It's really a soft way it works, but it can also be due to the shift in the earth collective consciousness field that is also having the same shift, and we everybody connected. So this will go on for a month in the huge field of consciousness. Until we meet again, I will open again at 12:12 to the next step. Hope you enjoyed. I did, and I'm so thrilled and happy for everybody being here. Thank you for the Danish support team that joined in for here my first transmission in this ceremony in this way. I feel like I'm stepping in to a new work, a new way of being available with the English language. So thank you for the support, everybody. Thank you for the collaboration and the energy for everybody who's clicking in. You can also join in on the replay as well, just by your intention. And thank you for that as well. Hopefully see you again, and find me in the webpage, mariannelena.com, YouTube, The Void of Consciousness, Facebook, Elite Teachings, and join in. See ya.